guys, IHOP is amazing. Food from IHOP is really, really good. Like I showed you mine, DeAngelo. Show the people at home what you got going on in there.
We got us some pancakes going. And then we got us this hash browns, eggs, and the bacon.
Come on. You cannot go to IHOP and not get breakfast, guys.
The whole shebang.
So good. And syrup on your French toast, honey. Hello. This looks good. Very thick slices. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you who've been watching and supporting, thank you so much. Welcome. And of course, if it is your first time watching my channel, a very big welcome from me to you. This is Destiny Meets America. And sitting with me is an amazing young man who is very talented, all the way from Chicago. He is an upcoming actor. In fact, he's actually not upcoming anymore because this person has worked on a couple of projects that I think are absolutely amazing. Others are still coming out, but I'm really proud and honored to be sitting next to him. This is DeAngelo Davis. Hello.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Glad to be on the show.
Welcome to Destiny Meets America.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I feel honored.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a conversation, guys. We're having a mukbang, as you can see. We're eating food from IHOP. So I'm having French toast, scrambled eggs and bacon, and hash brown. Same thing, he's just having pancakes. So that's the only difference. But yeah, let's get into it. I want to have a conversation with you. You are in the industry.
Yes.
You are a theater graduate. You graduated in theater and performance. Is that what you guys call it here?
Yeah, theater performance.
Okay, great. So let's start off. Who is DeAngelo Davis?
That's a good question. Well, DeAngelo Davis is, like you said, an actor from Chicago who graduated from the University of Kansas with a degree in theater performance.
Hello.
And is now an actor who is trying to find his own in this big city of Los Angeles.
All right. Yeah. And what made you move out to Los Angeles?
Well, what made me move out to Los Angeles is just that I felt that I had hit a plateau in my acting career, and I felt like it was just time to go to something bigger. So I just decided, why not go to the biggest? Come on out to LA.
A lot of people are intimidated by the industry in LA. I mean, Hollywood in itself is so big. You know, they're directors and the whole shebang, honey, okay?
Yeah.
So, weren't you intimidated? What was your first thought? Like when you were like, okay, I'm moving to LA. Were you like, I'm gonna make it? Or were you like nervous? Like, you know what, whatever goes, let me just see.
I don't know, I feel like you gotta have like thick skin. I've got pretty thick skin. You have to have like confidence in yourself and your abilities. So, I was pretty confident. I'm still confident. It's just, if I came down here, I know that I'm here for a goal and like I'm gonna keep trying to achieve, you know?
Wow. So. Okay. And take us through your first auditioning process. How did that go about? Like, take us back to how you found out about the audition and how it actually went when you got there.
Okay. So the first audition I got was through the casting websites. I went on LA Casting, and it was an audition for a horror movie.
He loves horror movies, by the way.
Love horror
so
movies.
He was like, yeah.
I don't think you all understand. I love horror movies. But no, I got it for the horror movie, and I knew I really wanted it because I was like, I love horror movies, so I really want to do this. So I just got a self-tape, and at first I was really nervous. I did it a lot of times. Like, I did a lot of takes, but then I kind of like calmed my nerves down and realized that like I'm here for a reason, and like I deserve to be here. So like once I like really set into that, like I was able to like ground myself, get my confidence, and I performed, and I got it.
Wow. You're not eating anything. I feel like I've just bombarded you with questions. There we go.
Oh, no, you're good. It's all gonna get ate.
But like, how did you calm your nerves down? I feel like that's one of the hardest things for any actor or presenter or anyone in our industry, you know, to calm the nerves down, because you know everyone is watching you. The spotlight is literally on you in that moment.
Yeah. So
how did you calm your nerves down?
Well, I really calmed my nerves down when I was able to realize that like I've done the work. Like, I read the script, I know the lines. Like, once I know that I've done the work and that all I can do is what I can do, and everything else just isn't really in my hands. Like, I guess I really calmed me down. Like, it was really calming to know that like no matter what happens, I did the best I could do.
Yeah.
Like,
has there ever been a circumstance where you are prepared but you like hit a blank? Sorry, look at me spinning out. Food is so good, y'all. So good. But have you ever like had a blank moment while you're auditioning? Like you prepared and everything, but then maybe nerves overtake you to the point where you're like, oh, I forgot that line. Can I take it again?
Oh yeah. No, I do that all the time. And no, I never take it again. You just gotta keep going.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Usually, especially if it's an in-person audition, like if you mess up, you just gotta make something up and keep going. I've done that a couple times.
Wait, so you can't say, let me take that again?
No, not in the auditions. If it's a self-tape and you're just recording by yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're actually in the room, no, you can't take it again.
That is wild. Yeah. That is wild. Maybe that's why I've not gotten the job yet. I butchered and I was like, sorry, can I take that again? That is so
like, it just like looks bad. Like if you say take it again. I don't know why, but like.
People cringe at you.
Yeah.
That's not the person we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Because it to the casting directors, it makes you look like you're not prepared.
Yeah.
But like if you mess up and like you keep going with it and like you don't break out of character, they're like, oh, like he can handle adversity or like whatever. You know what I mean?
But that's where the theater thingy kicks in, right? The fact that you study theater, because that's live. You know, you're performing live, so I think that really helps you a lot in your auditions as well. So tell me a bit about that, the difference between acting on screen and having performed in the theater.
Well, the difference between screen and theater mostly is the level of emotion that like gets to be seen by the audience.
Okay.
Because with theater, you can it's easier to fake emotion in theater because all you have to do is, if you're angry, you just have to sound angry, and like the audience they'll get the point as long as they're paying attention because they're right there.
Yeah.
But with like screen and film acting, everything's so close on your face, like you can see your eyes, like everything. So when you're not feeling it, like the audience knows you're not feeling it.
Yeah.
Because they can see it. Like they can see that you're not feeling it. Like you're just saying lines.
Yeah.
And in theater, they can't really tell that.
Wow. And take us through the audition process again, back to it. Like when you step into the room, like what would you advise actors to do when they step into a room? What do you say first? Your name, your number? What is the protocol?
Yeah. Well, the first thing you do when you walk into the audition room is usually like the waiting room first. The waiting room is right there. You go in, you sign in. Don't get intimidated by like all the other actors, because like it happens all the time. Like
they're talking to you.
Yeah. Please don't talking.
Tell me.
Keep that to a minimum. Like if you're really trying to get in the zone, people will come up to you and just talk your head off. Yeah. Like just, I don't know. Tell them nicely. Like sometimes you might have to be a little mean. Hey, like I'm really trying to get into the zone, and you're blocking me.
You're distracting.
Yeah, you're stopping me. Like you gotta let them know sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, don't get intimidated, because like when you go in there, you're gonna see people like who look just like you, but like a little bit, I don't know, buffer, or like more pretty, like, or like your same archetype, but like you don't know the work that they've done. They could look good, but like suck. So you just gotta be confident in yourself.
That's really intimidating though.
Yeah.
You know, like getting into a room and seeing people who are just like, wow, more beautiful, taller, you know?
Especially when they like kind of look like, because like most of the times they'll call for like the same thing. Like they'll, like if I'm going into an audition, it'll be like a brownish boy, age 18 to 22, and it'll be like a whole bunch of people who look like me. Yeah. Like, so it does get a little intimidating.
Yeah, you step in there like, oh, snap.
Yeah, it's like, dang, this dude looks like me.
But guess what? I'm me. Right. I'm going to ace this audition.
I'm the only me.
Okay, so now you get into the room.
Yeah, and once you get into the room, you all walk in and you give your slate, which is just like your name, your height, and where you're from. And you give that, and the casting director will probably ask you a couple questions. Like they'll be like, do you have any questions, or how was reading the script? And then usually if you have some, ask them. Sometimes they like it when you ask them, even if you don't have a question, like just ask one. Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes it look like you're like involved. But
good tip.
Yeah. But other than that, then you just perform, and then they say thank you. You walk out. You go home.
Oh wow! And when do they contact you to let you know if you have the role?
It all depends. Cause if you don't have the role, they don't contact you.
That's painful.
So
that is mean.
My advice to actors is, once you audition, forget about it. Do not think about it at all. Don't wait up for it. I delete all my notifications from like auditions whenever I get them. Like as soon as I finish the audition, I just delete it. And if they really want me, they'll call me back and explain the role to me, because I'll have no idea. Yeah. Like they'll call you, they'll be like, oh, do you remember that role you auditioned for? I'll be like, nope. But I have no idea. Yeah, it's gone. Like,
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you'll drive yourself crazy just thinking about every audition. Like, oh, did I get it? Waiting up. Like, and they could have been moved on. They could have already casted it, and you're still up thinking about it.
Yeah, that's painful.
Yeah,
That's really painful.
it is.
And I mean, how would one network out here? Like, which places do you go to network and to meet casting directors and agents and stuff like that?
Well, mostly because networking is like that's a huge part. Networking mostly comes from classes, and that's where you want to meet. Like, that's where you get to meet like the big people in classes. Like, you get to meet casting directors, like agents and managers. Like, and then you get to like most times see how they get to see you perform.
Yeah.
Like with like showcases and stuff. Like, I've done a couple like showcases like just off of Instagram, and like I've gotten to see some casting directors. I've sent out emails and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes they be at parties too. I've only been to like one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It really wasn't the greatest place to, I don't know, communicate with people. The music was loud.
At a party.
Yeah, right. The music was loud. But there were some big people there. Like, there were casting directors there, other actors there. But like, I don't know. It wasn't really my scene. If I can't hear you, it's hard for me to like. I'm listening to like, twerk music while I'm trying to talk about my career. Like, that's it's kind of hard. Like.
Maybe that's why actors should have things like business cards with their social media information and everything, and to give it to a casting director. I think that's a really good tip, and I need to do that too, where I just have business cards.
Yeah, I need to do that. Yeah, that would be actually really good.
Yeah.
It's better than bringing around a big sheet of paper like with your headshot and resume.
No.
Oh my God, I've done that so many times, and it looks so corny when you just like come out with a huge sheet of paper and give it to somebody. Because most times people aren't gonna really want to take that anymore. Like, who's gonna want to walk around with a big sheet of paper?
At a party, especially.
So,
They're having a good time.
So that having that business card, that help a lot.
Because it's a profession. I feel like people look down on our industry, and I want us to get into that. Having to tell your parents, like, hey, I'm gonna go study theatre and performance. How is it this side? Do people look down on that, or where they're like, yay, sure, go ahead? Because I know back home, it's still looked down on the industry in itself.
Yeah,
it's just something that people are like, what? You studied what? Oh, that's not serious.
I feel like no matter if you are going to do this, you do have to have some type of support base, whether that be from like friends, parents. It really doesn't matter, but you do need to have some type of support base because it does get hard in this industry.
Yeah.
Especially like always waiting for audition. You don't know when your next audition is going to come. You don't know if you're going to get the part. So you need some type of support base. But to talk about it being looked down upon, yeah, it's always going to be looked down upon because it's such an open-ended career. Like, we really don't. It's a career that's not constant. You don't get checks every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, the payment comes really like, I don't know, like it's just kind of difficult with that. So it is like looked down upon. There's always a question, oh, do you have a plan B? What's your backup plan?
Yeah.
So it's just, I feel like it's about the same everywhere. Wow. And that's not even just with acting. I feel like that's just any type of arts in general, like just the arts in general.
True. And what have you done in dry seasons, like where there are no gigs, no jobs, you have your own place, you have to pay rent and all these things.
Yeah.
Do you maybe wait for a very big role, or are you the type to be like, you know what, I'll still work as an extra, I'll still make the little bit that I need to make.
Extra work is like life-saving. Like that's what I do mostly is extra work in like music videos. Nice. Like working on music videos, because they give you like 2 meals and you get like $100 a day.
Come on
so
with the food
it's
and
good.
the money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My first couple months here, I don't even think I bought groceries. I just did extra work and back.
And you were fed.
Yeah, I was good. Like,
come back home like I had 2 good meals and money.
And then most times if you like stay till like the end, like they'll be like, oh, we got all this leftover food, and I'll be like, oh, I'll take that. Thank you. Toss me a to-go box. Like,
let me take it.
Man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Man.
You gotta hustle,
right,
man.
That's what I'm saying. Now, the food may not be the greatest, but it'll get the job done. When you're hungry, you'll eat anything. Like,
yeah. Speaking of the food, this is a mukbang. So, what do you think of IHOP's food? I mean, I'm enjoying it. I think it's really good.
Oh yeah. Can you toss the syrup?
Yeah, let me toss the syrup.
Yeah,
I think it's really good.
Just had a mouthful of dry pancake.
Finally, what would you like to say to actors and actresses, who are watching this, people who are upcoming in the industry, who are watching you and they're like, man, I don't even know what to do. I graduated, but I'm not, getting any jobs. What advice would you like to give to them?
The advice I'd give is just to just keep going. Like everybody's journey is different, and if you put a time limit on it, you'll never really reach your goals. You just gotta take all the punches and go your journey at your own pace.
Yeah.
And you'll get to where you're going.
Wow, awesome. Thank you so much. And finally, where can everyone reach you or contact you on social media?
I don't have too much social media, but I do have an Instagram. So if y'all want to see me, it's at DeAngelo Davis 23, DeAngelo Davis 23.
There we
So
go.
check me out.
All right. Thank you so much, DeAngelo.
All right, thank you.
Awesome. Bye, guys. Mwah.